Okay, so no introduction today, but if any guys truly care about myself, truly give a rat's dare about myself, please like, hit, share, hit the bell notification, all the other good extra stuff. And if you guys truly care about my content, give a lucky rabbit's foot about my stuff. Subscribe as always, my friends. Wonderful, amazing people out there, my freaking original old school people. Just in case the YouTube algorithm unsubscribed to you on my channel, please resubscribe. Just come back to me again. I don't want the YouTube algorithm screwing me over like that. Plus, my original fans, my fanatics, my watchers, my viewers, my reviewers, my fanatics, my real long-time viewers, old school subscription people, my supporters that were there on me since day freaking one, that had my back, my old school digital internet family. Great if you come back to me. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. If not, totally okay. When you guys are brand new to this channel, you happen to stumble upon it from either Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, dare I stay with freaking 4chan, I doubt it, or Twitter X, and of course, once in a while, very wild like DeviantArt. You found me through there. It'd be great if you could come along with this journey. Come along, tag along with this wonderful, beautiful ass Just Kids adventure. And you guys truly care about my stuff. It'd be great if you can possibly question mark, no pressure, stay with me forever, but if not, it's a one and done thing. You're never gonna ever see me ever again. The last time you ever see me, put it on 2x speed in the background, at least play my video in the background. Be very super appreciative if you guys did. And I'd be totally if not, there's 6, 7, 8, 900 billion million other people you could watch besides me, obviously. It's totally water under the bridge. It's totally okay. It's totally Bright and Bushy's tale. It's totally gravy. It's totally flashy. It's totally classy. Totally understandable. Totally get it. I'm content with that. No hard feelings at all. And of course, I'm very humble contempt, and I'm very real tranquil with that regardless. Anyways, this one, Yu Hakusho, aka IchigoVsYuskae. I know this is like 2 weeks old, 14 days old by the time you guys see it. It says 13, but it'll be 14 days old by the time you guys see it next week Sunday. I know I'm way super late to this thing. Had a lot of IRL things been going on in my life, and I'm gonna tell you what they are. Some are good, some are bad, some are completely freaking horse shit, some are really fun. But yeah, I didn't get to watch the Yuskae Yuromeshi one, so I'm gonna watch that one too, along with the Death Battle. I already saw the Ichigo one already before. Even before I saw this video, I usually just skip that one and just go straight to the fight when they do the little fighting animations on the show. I got like not 4 but 5 other news story articles I want to get to as well. So this might be a 40-50 minute video. I'll leave the links to duration points, Chris Boss below, whichever one you want to skip to. I understand if you want to skip to it. I'm hoping whichever one wins, it's good, because both of them, one came out in 1993, 94, 95. I think it was 95 and 96 when they did an English dub version of it. So when Tsunami was first invented in the United States, and Bleach came out in 2003 or 4 or 5. And when I was like 8th or 9th grade, like, so I was in middle school or freshman year of high school. In 2003, 2004, Bleach became a thing. So it's a little bit more of a younger anime series than what Yu Yu Hakusho was. One was old school, early mid-late 90s. Old school, one of the very first animes, first 10 animes I ever saw in my life when I was a 90s kid. The other one was like in my teen years, like 14, 15 when Bleach came out, but I was still super fucking committed and deep down. I loved the shit out of the whole world of the universe of the Espadas and all that stuff in the spirit realm. Shit. Not waste your guys' time. It's on 2.25, so there's that. So it's gonna be a little bit faster. Link to the original video down below. Might get a claim for it, but I don't care. Let's jump into it.
Teenagers have no idea what they want to do with their life. However, that was hardly a problem for juvenile delinquent Yuskae Yuromeshi, because he only ever wanted to do one thing. Row hands! It don't matter who the ups are, be they women, old folk, or babies. Yuskae lived to fight. It's what gave life meaning. Who cares about stupid things like friends and family? Which is why it was so surprising when one day he threw himself in front of a speeding car to save a child, bringing that reckless life to a screeching halt. Raccoon claims another victim. But this is chapter 1 of a battle shonen, so death is hardly the end. Surprisingly, though, it wasn't a spooky skeleton in a hood who arrived to claim Yuskae's soul. It was a blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick. This was Botan, whose job was to ferry Yuskae's newly deceased spirit off to the afterlife. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him. Imagine being such a menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with his pants down.
That sucks. Hold on one sec. Alright, let's keep going.
hell itself gets caught with his pants down. So the underworld surrogate king, Koenma, offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective, solving supernatural crimes and fighting off demonic threats to humanity. Naturally, Yusuke did what anyone would do in that situation, and told Satan Jr. to stuff it. I mean, he was never really good for anything, and no one was gonna miss him. So what's the point of coming back to life? It's not like his mom would be sad, or his childhood sweetheart Keiko would be heartbroken, or even his rival Kuwabara would shed manly tears. Oh man. At the sight of loved ones who cared far more than he ever expected, Yusuke had a change of heart and accepted Koenma's offer, returning to life with a new purpose and a new job. And newfound ass-kicking ability. In his quest to beat the dog shit out of demonkind, Yusuke learned to harness Reiki, or spirit energy. He's ridiculously strong, fast, and durable, heals from wounds quickly, and can see spirits invisible to mortal men. Even early on, Yusuke could parry Suzaku's lightning arrows, which are formed from real lightning called down from the sky. And with the help of legendary warrior Genkai, he mastered a signature move that could blast anyone to smithereens. My favorite shonen move ever, the Spirit Gun. At first, Yusuke had a limited number of shots, but eventually, he turned it into his personal WMD. Stronger than any weapon on Earth, he could go finger blasting around as much as he wants. The Spirit Gun is more versatile than it appears. Yusuke can bounce it off surfaces for sneak attacks, propel himself around like a rocket in flight, and produce massive explosions with each shot. He can twist it up for a Spirit Shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a Spirit Punch, where he keeps the energy stored in his spit.
I totally forgot so much of this. I haven't watched that shit since like 2000, 2001, so I'm getting an old school crash course. It's been like 25, 26 years. That's how much you Hakusho. I saw that Netflix version of it in 2022 or 2023. Like the live action was alright. There's 1-2 issues I had with it. It kind of like funky on some of the demon parts, where they're supposed to be fighting demonic entities, but it was okay. The music was still good for it, even if it was all live action. It wasn't that much political crap on it, though, thank God.
And clobbers the hell out of you. And the Spirit Wave, a Kamehameha from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was. Yusuke may be a punk, but he's deceptively skilled and cunning in battle. He's not afraid to fight dirty, ruin his shoes, using sleight of hand to place cigarettes on his foe to track them in the dark. Personally, I'd call that smart. And his hand-to-hand is A+. He's matched experts like Kabano, who's said to have mastered all forms of martial combat. But his best secret is how quickly he improves. All it takes is a round of training or someone threatening his friends, and Yusuke's power will spike to match stronger enemies, even if it means literally burning through his own life force for a power-up. All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale of power from E to S. E and D class demons are nothing special. We're talking local threats at best. C and B are getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S? Well, hold on to your ass. We're talking end of the world. As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies, like demons Hiei and Kurama, as well as his old pal Kuwabara, he found himself facing opponents he couldn't beat, such as the monstrous Toguro, who could vaporize weaker demons and crush their souls with sheer aura. But Yusuke needed to survive and protect his loved ones, so he had no choice but to rank up, even if it meant absorbing the power of a small star. Thanks, Genkai! Our sun has an average luminosity of 380 septillion watts, or joules per second. Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000th of that. So this spirit dwarf's energy per second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT. Enough to send to
Guru. That whole scientist, mathematic, geometry stuff. I just get lost in the sauce of that bitch.
Brave. Even after pushing past his own limits, Yusuke would still need more power to face S-class threats like Sensui, a past spirit detective gone bad, and a great measuring stick for what top-tier demons are capable of. Sensui was so yoked he couldn't even use all his power in the human world without threatening to bring down the whole thing. He compared destroying the whole goddamn planet to kicking an anthill. According to Genkai, Yusuke could destroy the planet too, if he really wanted. And even A-class threats like King Enma have shaken both the demon and human worlds. That Enema guy is strong as balls. In the past, he fought the Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the Netherworld. But Yusuke's power surpassed both of them, to the point where he overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class at the time, a far cry from S-classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior. But not for long, sucker, because turns out, Yusuke was a demon himself, literally. Yusuke is the descendant of an ancient and incredibly powerful being, one of the strongest in existence, Raizen, the Demon King. With his Bazoku mark, Yusuke can channel Raizen's spirit for a huge power boost and a massive thirst for murder boost. This was his first taste of a dangerous new type of spirit energy, Yoki, a form of energy used by demons. Like normal Reiki, it can be amplified by intense emotions. Unlike normal Reiki, its use creates a pleasurable feeling, feeding into the user's rage and bloodlust, the feral animal within. So Yusuke upgraded his spirit gun to a demon gun. It's the same thing, but red. Oh, and it's strong enough to blast sense, so we passed the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-Class. And making him a prime candidate to rule the demon world. But as he was thrust into a tournament vying for that throne, Yusuke began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted. Self-reflection? From I'll kick your ass, Yuskae Yuromeshi? Nah, we can worry about that later. There's a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is first? Even then, as Yusuke took on the Demon King Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mozoku form separate from Raizen's influence. And a brand spanking new form of power. Kinda like Sensui's sacred energy, but even better. It's so unprecedented, it doesn't even have a name, but it's golden glowy, strong enough to clash with Yomi, creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the Okunin tree below, pushing the Demon King himself to his absolute limits. But then, Yusuke lost. It's not all bad, though. Even if being king would have been cool, Yusuke realized he wanted something more. He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path. It was always Yusuke's connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found his happy ending. But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. Get him in the right mood, or threaten the human world, and the spirit detective will beat your stupid ass. Long has its return been foretold, but now, finally, it is reborn. The original Death Battle shirt that once took.
Okay. Hold on one quick second, guys. Hopefully we're back, because if we're not, that's us, because I'm not to pause it again. They do another commercial advertisement there. No offense to Death Battle or anything else right now. They gotta make their money, they gotta make their Patreon and Sky Star money and sponsorships and all that, but I do this shit for free. I'm just saying. Putting it out there. Hey, let's see. I don't give a shit who wins, whether it's Ichigo or Yuskae Yuromeshi. We're talking like old school anime art style, have more better appreciation, love for, probably more Yu Yu Hakusho than Bleach, even though Bleach lasted way longer than Yu Yu Hakusho, because it had video games, had manga, had more merchandise, had a lot more toys and games and puzzles and all that shit. You mean, had freaking what? And Bleach had their own like freaking limited edition like anime Japanese shirts and like what's it called, sneakers and hats and stuff. Yu Yu Hakusho didn't get as much love as Bleach did. So if Yusuke Yuromeshi wins, I'd be cooler. But if Ichigo wins, I'd be badass too. Anyone wins, I'm 100% very, very satisfied with it regardless. Alright, let's go.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a death battle!
It's time. Who's gonna win this thing first? I was gonna be in 24-bit, whatever, 16-bit.
Did you know that with Walmart Express delivery?
I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Hold on one sec. I just forgot that was the dude that was from freaking Fallout 76 from that Walmart commercial. Something Walty Hobbins or whatever. Alright, let's see who gets it. Praying it might be more Yusuke, but if it's Bleach Ichigo, I'm okay with it too.
It's a demon. That's a hollow.
You get it. Oh yeah. Turn up a little bit more. Yeah. Oh, I love the anime. Ichigo's gotta do.
Chump change. Reckless idiot! What a baby! Little demon energy got you scared? That. Points? Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Give in to Yusuke. Let's devour him together.
Hell no! It's a knife fight, jackass! You just told me!
Ooh. Is that a golden form? What? Oh my god.
Rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner? Let's do it. Tackle time.
Oh no, this is a super master, man. Oh!
That's the best you can do? I can go even faster.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah! Bring it on, asshole! I'll kill you even if it kills me! I'm putting it all on the line! You better do the same!
Bakugan thing's gonna break the hand. They call it Bakugan? It's the Bakugan thing or the other one? Damn, I don't remember the freaking name. The something Setsuro Spirit Blade, whatever it's called. Oh, shit.
Give me a break.
Oh, he won.
See you on the other side.
KO! You think the afterlife offers frequent flyer miles?
There's
There's a lot to cover here, so let's break this down into 4 chapters, starting with their abilities. Yusuke could see Ichigo no
beautiful, epic, badass fight. Let's just see what this says.
and resist auras like Taguro's that are similar to Reiatsu, so Ichigo couldn't cheese a win right away. Otherwise, Yusuke was outmatched. Sure, the Spirit Gun could potentially match the Kitsuga Tensho, and he had stat-boosting forms like the Mizoku. Ichigo, however, had more varied powers, a better healing factor, greater stamina given his months of Gongai training, and all those swords. He just had way more abilities to play with. Likewise, speed was a fairly easy call. Yusuke could react to lightning early on, and obviously got much faster over time. Looking at this blast from his Clash of Yomi, it erupted upwards at 57% the speed of light. But Ichigo was faster than light from the start, and he's gotten faster too. He couldn't even see Byakuya at first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got tons of training and power-up since then. The Soul King Shockwave, for example, expanded across the realms at thousands of times light speed, and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yuhabak that utilized the same power. So, Ichigo takes speed. But Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to adapt mid-fight. This is kind of both their things. Ichigo has styled on guys with centuries of training and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami. He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles. Meanwhile, Yusuke was flexible and quick to adapt, mixing cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art. Ichigo's decent at hand-to-hand, but it's not his go-to in the same way. So, both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one a draw, leaving only the biggest winning factor, which could have superseded all other advantages: power. Between Sensui, Genkai, and Enma, Yusuke could definitely
Yusuke could have won a long hair anime boy, whatever, the demon form that he had earlier.
Examining his sky-splitting clash with Yomi and measuring its scale, that's about 4 quadrillion megatons of TNT, which is crazy. Similarly, mid-series Ichigo could shake Huecomundo, tear through hell, and block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society. But at his peak, he beat Yuhabak, who could destroy several realms, which is far more impressive than just one. To be fair, Yusuke also beat Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time, pretty close to Yuhabak's threatening 3. And Yusuke far surpassed Yakumo afterward. The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo if 3 realms was truly Ichigo's limit. Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yuhabak was also going to destroy the Garganta, which has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside it, each containing at least a planet and star, much larger than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds. Plus, Ichigo matched Yuhabak in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai. As always with Death Battle, there's arguments either way, but the way we...
Bankai, that's what it was, Bankai Centro, whatever like it's called. Fuck, I haven't watched that anime in so long. I don't remember what it was called.
Even being generous with Yusuke's power and conservative with Ichigo's, the gap was just too big, giving Ichigo the final edge. Sorry if things got messy, but that's just how Ichigo's. The winner is Ichigo Kurosaki. Next time on Death Battle.
Oh, Metal Sonic.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death.
Oh, hell freaking yeah. I'm reacting to that thing. Frick yes. I used to love the shit of the anime series when Dragon Ball Z would sell and all that. After the Frieza saga and Vegeta and Raditz saga. And that freaking theme. And then Metal Sonic, yeah, he was only cool. I liked him more in like the old school 90s cartoon than I did in the... And then the Sonic X one, he was better in that one. I wasn't really crazy about him in the games. He was a pain in the ass to kill in the video games, but man, it's cool that
Thanks for watching. Death Battle is back, and so is our new tabletop gaming channel, Nightly Brew. We've got everything on there from Uno to Dungeons and Dragons, and a very special all-new Blood on the Clock Tower airing right now. So come join us at the Nightly Brew. Click the thing, check us out.
Big W
Thanks.
Alright, so hold on one quick second again. Alright, like I always do say, ladies and gentlemen, overall thoughts, views, opinions, vibes, feelings, hot takes, unhinged thoughts, spicy takes, wild takes, once in a while random takes. There's always bulletproof points, tipping point scales, worldviews, speculations, top of the hand, top of the dome, top of the freaking cranium, top of my freaking head, raw thoughts. My God. Oh, man. This is a good-ass death battle. I'm not just saying it because I got rose-tinted nostalgia glasses right the fuck here. I'm just saying. My lord. Death battle, you guys did a good-ass job again. Wizz and Boom set the guys that did the voice actor for them. I don't know who did the animation for this. Hopefully I'll get a copyright claim, copyright strike for the music in the background. It sounds very anime-esque, so TV Tokyo or Viz Media might come after me and shut down this video, which would suck fucking balls, but whatever. The only two things I'm going to say is this. I like the voice actors that did Ichigo's voice and the Yuskae Yuromeshi. I like the one that played Yuskae Yuromeshi's videos. Voice acting, like, channeling his portrayal of the voice actor from Yu Yu Hakusho a lot better than Ichigo's voice. Because Ichigo, he sounded like a typical anime boy, like, superhero character. They just didn't give a crap about being there. I don't know why. I'm glad either one of them I would have won. I'm good with it. I'm content with it. Even though I want Yuskae to win a little bit more, but hey, it is what it is. There's a lot more stuff to Bleach than there is, a lot more lore and depth in the Bleach series than there is for Yu Yu Hakusho series. I think the Yu Yu Hakusho blew up a lot more bigger and popular in Japan than it did in the United States, because Bleach got big all over the whole damn world. It's probably the top 50 or top 100 best animes we created in the mid-late 2000s, early 2010s era. And it had a lot more extra lore, had a lot more extra characters in the way, had a lot more real pretty waifu anime girls, and not to get too crazy NSFW, there's a lot more R34, Gelboru, not safe for work, hentai, sentai, very corn, super female fan arts on the Bleach side of shit that there is for Yu Yu Hakusho. There's only, what, the most 4 or 5 females in Yu Yu Hakusho, and there's like 50 or 100 females for the Bleach anime series, so maybe that's another reason why I won. Besides the tactics and skills and the science and math behind all of it, yeah, I get it. You have to put that shit in there. It's because Ichigo's a lot more powerful than Yuskae, and that's totally okay. I'm alright with that. Either way, they were both winners to me regardless. I wish he would have went triple like demon form, because I never knew that part of Yuskae Yuromeshi being like a half demon, half human. He was like centuries of eons ago, he was related to a king of the demons. That's scary shit there, man. Kind of crazy. I don't play around with that fight in real life because they're scary as hell in real life IRL compared to like just an anime cartoon and anime video game shit. I'm okay with them being there. Nothing fucking further than that. And the last 2 things I'll say is this. It was a lot more like credit to not Yuskae, but more like Ichigo's character. There's a lot more references in this fight for Ichigo than there was for Yuskae. Because he acted like a little bit of a brat piece of shit sometimes, Yuskae. Surprised he didn't get help from any of his friends that had spiritual powers too. So that's where he didn't get any help or assistance. And Ichigo didn't either, because if he would have got any help from the Soul Society, Yuskae would have been obliterated from the first 5-10 seconds of the freaking fight immediately. So there's that. They both kind of got the same backstory. I think Ichigo had a little brother, little sister too, like how the other one had like not a little brother sister for Yuskae, but he had like a crush on this real pretty anime girl he really loved for a long time, and he never got to tell his feelings, how he really felt about her. Same with his mom too, and he was always like the bad boy of like anime. I never understood that other character in Yu Yu Hakusho where the dude had always a little like pacifier bobo thing in his mouth. I don't know why that was, because in the live action version he still has that pacifier in his mouth too, but like he looks like the dude that was in Mortal Kombat or Tekken or something like that. Typical Japanese, Korean, Chinese sort of like mythology character. He was like the Sun Wukong thing or whatever from the live action version of Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know if they ever did live action version of Bleach too. If Netflix ever does it, I hope and pray to God, fingers crossed, they ever do a live action version of the Bleach series. Don't screw that crap up. Please don't mess that shit up. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. And the last final thing I'll say is this. The voice acting, like I said before, is good on both sides. There's a lot of extra shit I didn't know about the other stuff too. Like Ichigo's other final form where he had like that giant half freaking mask. Or he had the other mask on too, but everything had like 2 little hollow spirit demon horns that came out of it. That was brand new to me there. Unless that was for the 2 Bleach movies that were in Japan only. I never got a chance to see them. Unless they translate them to English dubs. I don't know if they're any good as the Japanese original version was. I missed out on that bitch. So anyways, let's get on to the 5 news article stories I wanted to talk to you about. And then we're done here. Alright, so this one's from cartoonbrew.com. This is from AMC Theaters. Cartoonbrew.com, like I said before. Something about AMC Theaters distances itself from AI shorts won't screen. It's from Jamie Lang. I thought they said they wanted to be a part of that, but whatever. It's from this year, so let's get into it. AMC Theaters has quietly distanced itself from any pre-seed plans to show AI-generated animated short called Thanksgiving Day before film sets across the United States next month. When was this? It said 2-20. It's from 2026. I thought they were talking about last year. So Thanksgiving Day was created by Igor, whatever you say that, Alpharove, using AI tools including Gemini 3.1, Nano Banana Pro. Recently won an AI-specific short film contest hosted by Modern Uprising Studios. Festival prize included pay-to-play theatrical rollout via Screenshots Media. Company sells free shows advertisement on major cinema chains under the agreement that the film was expected to play in theaters nationwide, perhaps under timed to this year's Thanksgiving holiday, although the dates were not part of any initial announcement. You guys can read the rest here if you want. There's a very long-ass article here. Only thing that sucks balls about it is it takes a lot more jobs for real actual artists that put their blood, their sweat, and their tears, and their really, really hard-ass work and dedication doing old-school artists or doing the stuff on the tablet or whatever, doing their writings or drawings or illustrations, their rough drafts and their final drafts on their artwork, their artistic style. Some artists are very, very critical about their own art. I get it. I've seen it myself. It is pain in the ass to get into that art world, especially in 2019, 2020. When there was a lot of drama in late 2010 to 2020 to the art community on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and all that. Oh, that was like a civil battlefield war on the internet when it came to that. Alright, this one's on The Verge. This one, this was big ass news that happened a couple of days ago. I think it was from the 16th or 17th I heard it, but it says it's February 20th. They're on the 23rd right now. Or the 21st, I'm right. Xbox Shaka, Phil Spencer, and Sarah Bond, and then the other dude, Matt Booty, he was leaving too. So this comes from Stephen Bonify. I gotta credit them. I might read half the article. I'll see if I remember the link in the description box below, but if not, find it on Times from The Verge. I haven't read for them in like a year. After nearly 40 years at Microsoft, Xbox chief and Microsoft CEO gaming Phil Spencer. That's how big Reggie Fils-Aimé and the other dude was too back in the day. What's his name? Sean Layden, that was in charge of Sony PlayStation shit. The other one was in charge of Nintendo at the time. Is leaving the company along with Xbox president Sarah Bond. Spencer's retirement was announced in a memo of Microsoft CEOs. I'm planning to butcher this one. Satya Nadella, February 20th, saying, quote, last year Phil Spencer made the decision to retire from the company. Since then, we've been talking about secession, some planning. Oh, that's not good. Extra bad news. You don't want to hear that shit. Let's continue forward. Last summer, Microsoft responded to the rumors of Spencer's retirement, saying at the time he was, quote, not retiring anytime soon. Microsoft's core AI president, Asha Shamra, will be moving into Spencer's former role as Microsoft's gaming CEO, while Matt Booty is being promoted to EVP and Chief Content Officer. I guess it was a little bit more. Oh, there's more here. It says Miss Sarah Bond. This is the African American chick that was the one that was a part of it too. Decided to this time is the right time for me to take to the next step, but both personally and professionally, we're leaving through a transformative technological era that will shape the next generation of our industry. I'm energized by what's ahead. This moment also presents a unique opportunity for fresh eyes and a new leadership to guide the team into its next chapter. And that was another thing what Phil Spencer said. I don't know why he's not on there. Huh. Oh, how's it here? Maybe this is it. I don't know. Xbox chief is leaving Microsoft. Xbox chief CEO Phil Spencer is leaving Microsoft near 40 years of giant. Xbox president Sarah Bond is also leaving Microsoft. This comes from Laura Norman, so I got to credit her. Leaving Microsoft. And what is a major shakeup to the management of Microsoft and Microsoft's gaming efforts. Asha Sharma, currently president of Core AI Products, is taking over CEO Microsoft Gaming. Microsoft says, CEO Satya Nadella announced Phil Spencer retirement later. Alright, I read most of this. He also said, I want to thank Phil for his extraordinary leadership and partnership for 38 years at Microsoft, including 12 years in leading gaming. Phil helped transform what we do and how we do it. Yeah, it's crazy I'm not going to see this guy anymore, Mr. Phil Spencer, man. I used to call him Daddy Phil Spencer, but it's crazy I'm not going to see his dude's face like ever again after like 2026. I've been seeing his dude's face in like 2011, 2012, and that was in my early mid-20s, my college student time. I'm like, that's crazy. So nostalgia is going to be gone. Even though I wasn't like the biggest hardcore Xbox fanboy ever on the planet, because I always liked Nintendo, Sony, what they did over there compared to what Microsoft did. I just wasn't I wasn't going to say I'm a hardcore Sony pony, everything they do. I'm just going to kiss their ass for everything they say. I'm not an ambassador for them. I was for like Nintendo for a little bit, but I realized a lot of their freaking business practices are fucking horseshit and they're garbage, unfortunately. So yeah, best of luck to whatever the dude does. He's probably going to have a golden, platinum, diamond parachute once he gets out. So he's probably going to live in a real tropical, beautiful Maldives or Tahiti Island for the rest of his life. So he's set forever after that. And the last two here. This one's kind of scary here. The last three, excuse me. Voluntarily pushes mandatory age verification despite recent view breaches from February 12th, so like a week and a half ago. 8-9 days ago. It's from, I'm probably going to butcher these, Samantha Baldwin and Riladala Alajijaji. So Discord has begun rolling out mandatory age verification. As internet is understood by understandably freaking out. I'm not going to read the whole thing. And EFF, we've been raising the alarms about the age verification mandates for years. In December, we launched our age verification resource hub, pushed back against the law and platform policies that required users to hand over sensitive personal information. That sounds extremely scary as hell there. Just to access basic online services at the time, age gates were largely enforced in politics or polities, where it was mandated by law, not underlying the platforms and jurisdictions where they're not required. Yeah, the government takes over all this mess. Rest in peace to Discord. Some people were saying Discord is going to be dead after this, the Discord Act. Because I remember that year in 2015, in May or June 2015, pretty much Skype died completely. It lasted from 2004 to 2005 all the way to 2015, and then it was there for a while. Back in my mid-late 20s and the mid-late 2010s, I think it was taking over everything. Because I thought it used to be a part of Twitch or Amazon, but I guess it was a part of its own feature like Spotify or whatever, and then Discord became its own thing. I only used it ever once or twice, never really used it too much. It was kind of boring and shit to me. That was more of a Gen Z, Gen Alpha thing. So if any of you guys are, and then there was a lot of problems about the PDF files and creeps and CM, child, you know what's on there. A lot of exploitation crap that goes on over there. So another reason I didn't really use it that much. It's super rare if I did. Jesus, man, a lot of the negativity that came out of that fucking app is super disgusting. It's gross. A lot of creep ass MFers around there, and a lot of everywhere else too. But Discord, for some reason, that was a scary, dangerous playground for kids to be at. Just saying. So I'm glad I don't have children of my own. I would be pissed the hell off if they did that to them. So I'm not giving them more age verification or all-seeing eye Illuminati shit. They're gonna have to have a digital ID scan in order to use these fucking things. Screw that mess. Alright, and this is the last one to put on here. This one's kind of sad. It's more extra news from a week ago again. I talked about this fool before in the past. Very, very respectable anime manga YouTuber guy. Very good anime review from back in the day. It's from Manon. What happened to the YouTuber, Mr. Chibi Reviews? Understanding why YouTuber said he wanted to. That word I can't say. I'm just going to read a little bit of it here. I'm just going to read two of the paragraphs. Jacob Cerebus, so we say aka Chibi Reviews, recently released an emotional title says he lost everything on February 12, 2026. Jacob has nearly 500,000 plus subscribers on YouTube, and his content primarily focuses on anime. In the day leading up to the video, Jacob's online activity as someone had a netizen's concern for his mental health. He ultimately received everything in a 16-minute rant. It says response, he wanted to, that word, just say not exist anymore. Responses in the comments showcase a mix of confusion, concern, and support. Notably, controversial streamer Techzone chimed in, letting Chibi Reviews know that he is on his side. Chibi, you are the fucking man. Keep up the fight. I appreciate the F out of you, bro. You already know how I feel about that dude Tectone. I don't even gotta fucking acknowledge any of that shit that he does. Then about 12 hours later, he elaborated on the situation, mentioned they had a mental breakdown, led him to the hospital. Deleted this post while he was in the hospital armband to clarify he was fine, and he was discharged and sworn to the hospital from the hospital. I had a mental breakdown. I almost say that word non-existent, became a ghost last night, but I was saved at the last moment. Honestly, I don't want to elaborate too much further if I can help it. Yeah, hopefully this dude, if he's going through hard times, brother, Jacob, aka Chibiru, you gotta get some help, man. You have enough money if you could get some help, bro. Get the mental, spiritual, emotional help you need to keep going on in this freaking world, man. Don't let any of these trolls or assholes or people that are trying to dox you, DDoS you, try to get you down. Please don't do any hurting yourself, man. That's really bad if you do that shit. I'm just saying, you need help. You have a shitload of people that give a shit about your ass, bro. You do. You have a massive, huge following on YouTube, like 500,000 subscribers. That's pretty big. Especially an old school anime reviewer like yourself. You should know better than anyone else. So you're your own worst critic, but you got to be the best person in the world you can be. You got to have a lot of hope and faith in this world, man. You can still keep carrying on further and further. You got the money to get yourself psychological and therapeutic help, man. It's out there if you need it. You have the resources for that, brother. And there's not that many other people that have it. I know anime, manga, it depends on which one you watch. Unless you're watching a lot of horror and gory blood anime, it's not going to make the situation better. I'm just saying, man. And then some good news. I haven't talked about Marvel DC shit in a long time. It's from combo.com. This is from my boy Aki-san's Record the Movie Guy talked about this. Venom confirmed into a new movie. But it's not what Marvel fans were expecting. This comes from Spencer Perry. I haven't read from anything from combo.com in a long time. Just going to read the first 2 paragraphs and I'm finished here. Almost a 40-minute video. It says, Marvel fans long thought it would be impossible one day to see the fan favorite character Venom done justice on the big screen. After his lackluster appearances in Spider-Man 3, the villain seemed likely to live on only in the pages of Marvel Comics. Actor Tom Hardy eventually proved that it was possible, not only starring in a live-action movie, Venom movie, but leading an entire trilogy focused solely on the anti-hero. Despite lackluster critical reception, film gross combined between $1.8 billion. Damn. The global box scale, though, was all appearing to come to a close. 2024's Venom: The Last Dance. I want that. Now, the brain-eating symbiote lives on The Hollywood Reporter, bringing the word that new Venom movie was officially developed by Sony Pictures. The one major difference around this time around, though, which is that the new Venom movie will be an animated film, okay, and not a live-action one. One confusing tidbit about the project, though, is that Tom Hardy will be involved in some capacity, making it unclear if he'll voice the hero, or if the new movie will have a continuation of the series, or if it's simply a case of being grandfathered in for the future Venom projects. There's more good news, though, and who will be directing on it. Alright, who's going to direct it? Oh, the same people that made Final Destination Bloodline, Zachary Lipsaz. Never heard of him. I hope he does really good, for goodness sake. I saw all 3 of them in the theaters. I saw it in IMAX 3DX, 4DS movies. I put the little, not these ones on, put a different 3D glasses on. One has all black and gray on it. That's the ones I use for that one. The first and second one were badass. The third one was kind of it was okay. The ending part and the beginning part was really good. The middle part kind of dragged on to a lot of talking points. It kind of bored the shit out of me. So part 3 was kind of sad. It was kind of boring. It was only the beginning and ending fights were really good. And it kind of I kind of got tired. I fell asleep throughout the other half of the movie. That pissed me off a little bit, unfortunately. So hopefully this shit's really awesome. It's badass. It's amazing. It's epic. I used to love seeing him in the Fox Kids 90s, early 2000s. You know how they did that not Spider-Man, the X-Men 1997, X-Men 1998, reboot remaster of the Disney Plus show, whatever. They need to do that with Spider-Man. The 90s Spider-Man, put 1995 Spider-Man, 1996 Spider-Man, but remake, remaster it, and don't put SJW wokeism or any political leanings or political virtue signaling garbage, caca horseshit on there, or political agendas or political bullshit ideologies. Don't put none of that in there, and just put it Spider-Man 1995, 1996 remake, remaster. Disney Plus has billions and billions and trillions of dollars to make that shit happen. Do it right now, Disney. You be good with the freaking movies and video games and shit, with the live action movies. And the video games too. I remember when I used to play on the Sega Genesis on 64 and the freaking GameCube, and even once in a while on the Sega Saturn, and once in a very while the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. When I was a 90s kid, I used to play all the arcade games for it. I used to watch all the fucking cartoons for it. It was just gorgeous. Perfection to the fucking T, man. Even though I always liked Tobey Maguire Spider-Man more than Tom Hardy, or the other one, no, Tom Holland, but that's a nostalgia bias thing. That's all I gotta say for the matter. Let's just do on the low cartoon side. Gone, wipe my hands clean with this one, and that's it. Stay tuned for the channel, the ministry news, manga news, review news, Exerta news, Power Play, Sportskeeda, all the other social media drama, commentary news out there. Once in a while, virtual YouTube drama. Once in a very while, Elon Musk rant news, and once in a super extra while, video responses. And of course, stay tuned for future hyper reaction segments and real crazy animation videos such as this one, like the one you just saw, or regular simple reaction segments, either indie cartoons, indie movies, or video game industry news, or video game teaser trailers, or reaction segments to the live action Hollywood movies or 3D 4D movies, or ones like the Death Battle series too. I don't do them that often, but I love participating in those fucking reaction reviews. That just sends my nostalgia boner to the freaking max. I don't know why. And stay in the grind, stay easy, stay safe, stay healthy, be easy to do yourself. Peace out, my sauerkraut. Lazy Bright, deuces, I'm going out. See you guys on flip side, stay extra, stay cautious. See you guys whenever my future projects, future videos materialize, and I'll see you guys in the next one, right? Take it easy, I'm going out. Goodbye. Take care, take it easy. Stay safe, stay extra healthy. See you guys soon. Oh! Almost forgot one other thing. I may or may not do some reaction thing to, like, not just the digital circus thing that comes out in March. I'll probably do something else. There's another extra special reaction. It's called, I think, Punch Punch Forever, the magical wizard thing. Monkey Wrench. I might do a reaction on one of those. I've been wanting to do Monkey Wrench reaction to something on that one. Really been wanting to do it. It's been too lazy as hell to do it. All right. Take it easy. See you soon. Goodbye. I'm out. Take care, everyone. Peace.